Imagine a windowsill brimming with vibrant succulents, each plump leaf holding the potential for a new plant. Picture a lush spider plant, its cascading offshoots ready to take root and form their own verdant displays. These are just a few glimpses into the world of plant propagation, where the magic of multiplication transforms gardening from a hobby into an art form. Propagation, in its simplest form, is the act of creating new plants from existing ones. From the humble stem cutting to the more intricate techniques of layering and division, propagation offers a gateway to expanding your garden. As you stroll through your garden, observe the plants that surround you. Notice the healthy stems reaching for the sunlight, the vibrant leaves bursting with chlorophyll, and the well-established roots anchoring them to the earth. So let's delve into the world of propagation, exploring the various techniques and unlocking the secrets to successfully multiplying your plant family. Plant propagation, often referred to as plant cloning, is the process of creating new plants from parent plants. This isn't some futuristic science experiment, it's a practice rooted in centuries of gardening tradition. Imagine taking a cutting from your favorite rosebush, placing it in water or soil, and watching as it sprouts roots and grows into a new, independent plant. But why propagate? The reasons are as diverse as the plant kingdom itself. For starters, propagation allows you to expand your garden without spending a fortune on new plants. Beyond the economic benefits, propagation offers a sense of accomplishment and connection with your plants that's hard to replicate. Moreover, propagation allows you to preserve and share special plant varieties. It's a way to share the joy of gardening, connecting with others through the common language of plants. Stem cuttings are the workhorse of the propagation world, a reliable and versatile method for multiplying a wide range of plants. This technique involves taking a section of a healthy stem and encouraging it to develop roots, essentially creating a clone of the parent plant. To begin, select a healthy, non-flowering stem from your chosen plant. Using a sharp, clean knife or pair of pruning shears, make a cut just below a leaf node, the point where leaves emerge from the stem. Remove any leaves from the lower portion of the cutting, leaving a few at the top to continue photosynthesis. Prepare a pot or tray with a well-draining propagation mix, ensuring it's moist but not waterlogged. Dip the cut end of the stem in rooting hormone powder and gently insert it into the prepared media. Place the pot in a warm, bright location, out of direct sunlight, and maintain consistent moisture by misting the cutting and the surrounding soil regularly. Once the cutting shows signs of new growth, you can transplant it into a larger pot or directly into your garden. Leaf cuttings offer a fascinating glimpse into the regenerative power of plants, demonstrating that sometimes all it takes is a single leaf to create a whole new plant. This method is particularly effective for propagating succulents, African violets, and certain types of begonias. The process begins with selecting a healthy, mature leaf from the parent plant. For succulents with thick, fleshy leaves, you can simply twist or cut the leaf cleanly from the stem. For plants like African violets, use a sharp knife to cut the leaf with its petiole. Prepare a shallow tray or pot with a well-draining propagation mix. For succulents, allow the cut end of the leaf to callus over for a day or two before placing it in the medium. Over time, you'll notice tiny plantlets emerging from the base of the leaf cutting, eventually developing their own root systems. Division is a propagation method that truly embodies the phrase divide and conquer, allowing you to multiply your plants by separating them into smaller, rooted sections. This technique is particularly effective for clump-forming perennials, bulbs, and rhizomatous plants. The best time to divide plants is typically in the early spring or fall. Begin by carefully digging up the plant you wish to divide, ensuring you loosen the soil around the roots to minimize damage. Using your hands or a sharp, clean knife, carefully separate the plant into smaller sections, ensuring each section has a healthy portion of roots and shoots. Prepare new planting holes or pots with appropriate soil for the plant you're dividing. Water the newly planted divisions thoroughly, and keep the soil consistently moist as they establish themselves. Layering is a propagation technique that takes advantage of a plant's natural ability to develop roots along a stem while it's still attached to the parent plant. This method is ideal for plants with flexible stems, such as climbing roses, jasmine, and some types of vines. One of the simplest techniques is simple layering. Select a healthy, flexible stem and gently bend it down towards the ground. Make a small wound on the underside of the stem, just below a leaf node. Prepare a small trench in the soil beneath the wounded section of the stem. Bury the wounded portion of the stem in the trench, ensuring the leaf node is facing upwards. Water the layered section thoroughly, and keep the soil consistently moist. Once the layered section has developed a strong enough root system, you can carefully sever it from the parent plant and transplant it to its new location. Creating the ideal environment for your plant cuttings or divisions is crucial for successful propagation. This involves selecting the right propagation medium and providing the optimal conditions for root development and new growth. When it comes to the propagation medium, drainage is key. A good starting point is a blend of peat moss, perlite, and vermiculite, which provides a balance of water retention and aeration. Once you have your propagation medium ready, it's time to choose the right container. Small pots, seed trays, or even recycled yogurt containers with drainage holes work well. Most cuttings and divisions prefer a warm, humid environment with indirect sunlight. Maintaining a consistent temperature between 70 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit is ideal for most plants. As your plant cuttings or divisions begin their journey towards becoming independent plants, providing the right care is essential for their success. Watering is a delicate dance, as both underwatering and overwatering can be detrimental to your propagations. The key is to keep the propagation medium consistently moist, but not soggy. Light is another crucial factor in successful propagation. While most cuttings and divisions prefer bright, indirect light, direct sunlight can scorch their delicate leaves and hinder growth. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, patience is key. Propagation is not an overnight process. It takes time for roots to develop and new growth to emerge. Trust in the process and resist the urge to overwater or disturb the cuttings or divisions during this time. Even with the best intentions and care, propagation doesn't always go according to plan. Sometimes, you might encounter challenges along the way, but don't despair. Most propagation issues can be easily identified and addressed with a little observation and adjustment. One common problem is cuttings or divisions that fail to root. This can be due to several factors such as using unhealthy or old plant material, improper cutting techniques, or an unsuitable propagation medium. Another issue is fungal growth, which can appear as fuzzy white mold on the soil surface or on the cuttings themselves. Yellowing or wilting leaves can indicate several problems, including overwatering, underwatering, insufficient light, or even pests. Carefully inspect the propagations for any signs of pests, such as aphids or spider mites. Adjust watering practices as needed, ensuring the medium is consistently moist but not waterlogged. Beyond the practical benefits of expanding your plant collection and saving money, plant propagation offers a deeper connection with the natural world and a sense of accomplishment that's hard to replicate. Imagine the joy of watching a tiny root emerge from a stem cutting, anchoring itself in the soil and signaling the beginning of a new plant's life. Picture the satisfaction of dividing a mature plant and witnessing both halves thrive. Envision the wonder of seeing a layered branch develop its own root system, eventually becoming an independent plant. With each successful propagation, you gain a deeper understanding of the plants you're growing. Moreover, propagation fosters a sense of community among plant lovers. Sharing cuttings, divisions, and propagation tips with fellow gardeners creates a bond over a shared passion. It's a way to spread the joy of gardening, passing on the torch of knowledge and experience to future generations of plant enthusiasts. As we've explored the various methods of plant propagation, from stem cuttings to layering and division, it's clear that this practice is more than just a gardening technique. It's a journey of discovery, connection, and endless possibilities. It's about tapping into the inherent resilience of plants, harnessing their natural ability to regenerate and thrive. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting your plant journey, I encourage you to embrace the art of propagation. Experiment with different methods, observe the unique needs of your plants, and don't be afraid to make mistakes along the way. Each attempt, whether successful or not, is a learning opportunity. So gather your gardening tools, select your favorite plants, and embark on your own propagation adventure. With a little patience, care, and a touch of green thumb magic, you'll soon be multiplying your plant family, creating a lush and thriving oasis filled with the joy of new beginnings.